Hi, and welcome back to the Fingerpicking series. Today we're going to build on the alternating bass material that we've learned. And this is a very tricky juncture for me as a teacher, especially since you're not in the same room with me and I can't see you. It seems like different people, well, it doesn't seem like, different people learn differently at this stage. So I'm going to give you a few options and pick the one that works best for you. And please know that this is the trickiest part of learning fingerstyle guitar for a number of reasons. So if it's frustrating, or if it seems difficult, or if it seems impossible, just know that you're not the only one. This is just the challenging part, and once you get it down, once it goes down into the autonomous phase or even the associative phase, and it's gonna get easier. It just takes lots of repetitions, and we want to be really careful right here to make sure the thumb stays steady, and we don't want the finger taking over the thumb's job. And so this is a really good time to have somebody check out what you're doing. Make sure your thumb stays steady. So this is the thing that what I'm about to show you works best for most people. I just give you a pattern and you copy it, and then we do variations on that later. And usually it works well to get just a little piece of it and then another little piece. Let me show it to you, and then I'll give it to you in pieces. So from playing this whole pattern, it sounds like that. Remember last week how we played a thumb with a finger in between? So kind of the same idea, only now there's a pattern. This works well with a lot of popular styles of music. So let's start. What we do is a pinch on the first thumb, the M finger on string 2, and thumb together. Just get the feel of that. Okay. And then after these two pinch, nothing happens, and then there's another thumb. So pinch, thumb, pinch, thumb. See if you can get that much. If you ever need to pause before we go on to the next thing, pause it. We're about to go on to the next thing. So if this isn't ready, pause it. Pinch, thumb. Okay. Now the next thing, after the second thumb, index finger is going to play this string. Pinch, thumb, index. I'll show you that a few times and then pause and try it. Pinch, thumb, index. Pinch, thumb, index. So pause and work on that. Okay, if you're ready to move on. Now you might want to work on that for a day or two. That's the nice thing about video instruction. You can just work on that for a day or two. However long it takes. Take all the time you need. So the next thing we're going to add is the next thumb. So this is the last thing we did. Pinch, thumb, index. Next thing comes is the next thumb. So the next step is thumb on the 6th string. Pinch, thumb on the 6th string. And you may want to pause and spend some time on that before we go on, or spend a day or two. Okay, if you're ready to move on, this is the last thing we did. Pinch, thumb, index, thumb. So after this last thumb, there's going to be another, the A finger on the 1st string. Pinch, thumb, index, thumb, A. There's only one more thing, and then you'll have the whole thing. worry too much about timing right now. Just get the fingers in order. Maybe pause that and work on it for a bit. And one last thing. We're going to add the next thing now. That's the whole thing. Spend some time getting those movements in order. Spend some time doing that. Take all the time you need to get the movements in order before you worry about the rhythm too much. Okay. Once you feel like you have those movements in order, I'm going to play it nice and slow, but when you're playing it repeatedly, it'll sound like this. So that is the pattern approach, which works for a lot of people. For you, it might work better to make your own pattern. So, and you may have already done this. If you were playing, if you had your thumb steady last week, we just had the thumb and we had you doing random fingers, different fingers in between the thumb. You may have come up with your own pattern. There's nothing sacred about the other pattern I just showed you where we pinch first. It's just a nice sounding pattern that works really well for a lot of songs, for a lot of people. And then you can also play with non-pattern. You can just play your, kind of like really pretty much the same thing we did last week, only you're getting more in the groove of it. I'm just doing steady thumb and finger in between thumb. It's a good idea to get some ease with this before you try making it be a song or playing a certain chord progression. But as soon as you feel ready to move on, you can play that chord progression, or you can play what we just did. I showed you 3 ways. The pattern I showed you, you make your own pattern, or you just keep the fingers between the thumbs, kind of random. I think I said this, good time to check in with somebody to make sure your thumb stays steady. You can do that at the Everyone Can Jam Facebook page. It'd be great if you could post a video and we can check on your thumb and I can respond to a lot of questions. Well, this one absolutely can't be answered in words. I would have to see. Or you can have a friend of yours who plays guitar, watch and make sure your thumb stays steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1, 2, 3, 4, or something like that. I'm sorry, but it happens a lot. This is just a really easy juncture to get tripped up at. And if you want to play Chet Atkins style, the alternating bass for a lot of folk styles, you got to keep the thumb steady. Let's see. I think that's everything for today. Yeah. So let's see. What was it going to happen? We're going to move into. Oh yeah. If you need any help picking like a finger picking pattern to go with a song that you like, just let me know and we can have that discussion and we can start. Oh, I know what it was. I have a book picked out for you that's going to help you a lot. I'll show it to you next time. It just has it shows you a lot of nice things you can do with your finger picking, and the songs sound lovely. They're not difficult with the left hand, and there's a lot of repetition, which is great for this stage. So I will show that to you next time. And don't forget to, if you're not on my email list, go to www.everyonecanjam.com. I'm going to put that in the description. If I remember, if I forget, let me know. And if you get on my email list, you get my free instruction page. You get information about any classes. I have a beginner guitar class, which will always be something going on with that from now on, and there will be new classes. And on our Facebook pages, you could actually post a video and get some feedback where I can actually see you. That'd be cool. And that would help more than just you. Help me develop ideas, and it helps other people with the same question. So have fun with that, and let me know if you have any trouble. See you next time.